Let's go paint a tiger cub. I'm Michelle Manriquez from Drop That Brush, and I want to help people who are non-artists become artists. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. The reference photo was taken by Wendy, Hodgkins, Corniquet. I'm going to write it down here because if I didn't say it correctly, I'm sorry, but it is a great picture. Lovely shadows. It just is darling. And it's, you know, how could you not love a baby tiger? I don't think I've ever seen a picture. I was so excited about it. In the description below, there will be the picture, the value sketch, another value sketch, and a drawing. I had issues. This is a little more difficult than I thought. You know, you kind of live and learn, right? Obviously, if I was going to be reasonably accurate, yellows and browns are pretty much the colors that I've been using. Cool and warm yellows with browns and a little tad of blue. My favorite, I still can't say it. I'm going to put it right here so you can see the name of it. Something blue. And for the darks, I used that blue and red oxide to give it the darks. Let's talk about values of yellows and browns. In particular, yellows, oranges, they are less than a 5 value. So you don't have a lot of give and take. You have, T strength, maybe a 1 or 2, and max with yellow, maybe 3 if you get really lucky. For darks that I use run around a 5, 6. So I really cannot get darks without using a blue or purple. So I'm going to use blue for this time, and we're going to see how it goes. But that's kind of where I go. So I look at this picture and I went, oh. As I look at my picture, it was very confusing, and I thought, oh, good luck on this. This is going to be fun. So what it did is I went back, I looked at the values in each area of the animal. Like this is his little cheek is white, okay? So I got rid of the lines and just said, okay, that's a white shape. This is a medium value. I'm getting rid of the lines, and this is a medium shape. So I kind of tried to break this down a little more easier, because when you look at this, it's like, oh my, I was not sure I could do this, but I did. You'll see. So I'm looking for what are the lights, darks, medium values, because it's really a little confusing. I'm hopeful that will help you as you're adjusting and looking at this. It's kind of fun, but it's kind of like a little puzzle piece. And what I want to do is, what is the main shape? What's the value? Is it a light, a medium, or a dark? So once I did that, then I'll come back through and put the lines back in. And we'll see how this goes. Live and learn. This is a new one for me too. Let's go paint a tiger cub. I looked at this and went, oh my gosh, this is confusing. So I went back and I did that, which is what I'm going to start painting. When it says white, that actually means a light T strength could be a 1 or a 2 value. The things on his face will absolutely be white, but these two I'm going to go ahead and bring them down just a tad. I have both pictures, and I'm kind of looking at how to make this a little easier, because it is kind of hard. I think if I just got rid of all the lines and just done this, I think I would still look like a tiger and I wouldn't have the issues. But now I have all these lines, and I'm thinking, okay, then was this a good thing? What was I thinking? I'm just gonna kind of use up colors from another painting, and I'm really T-strength. I'm gonna start by just putting color, everything on the bottom. Soften an edge. Again, even though it says as a white thing, I don't want it to be on the edges. I want you to look at the face, right? Duh! Are we done? No, we're not done. Silly me. All right, so now I'm gonna follow this line up until where you have the white. I'm gonna go ahead and just shove that out and shove that out. And it's just so I can remember, oh yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. It's okay just to let it have a good time. How am I gonna use my next color up? I think I'm gonna use this and maybe a little of that. Kind of mix it. All right, so there's a shape here. Now this goes all the way over until that curve. And it may melt where it didn't belong, but I'm just trying to get an idea so I don't have no idea what I'm doing. Very scary. Okay. Because it looked really hard to me. I looked at this and thought, oh my. Now this area looks like it's almost all kind of a medium. I'm gonna soften the edges. I don't want it to be a hard edge, so it'll just go soft. So I'm putting water right here. And I'm actually putting a lot of color there. I didn't mean to do that, but that's okay, it won't hurt anything. And if I'm not totally sure where I'm at, I'm just kind of softening an edge, and I'll figure it out later. It's someplace floating around here. And then there's a soft edge that's kind of white. I'm going to allow a little bit of it just to blend in. Because there's the eye. Okay, this is the white. That's important. That's important. Wait a minute, did I just miss a white spot? I think I did. Okay, no problem. Just gonna pick it back up. See on this side, this comes down. This has a lot of white, so I'm not even gonna play with that. I'm gonna bring this down here. I can see where this just kind of comes down. And this is just a kind of an outline, so I don't get too excited and have an idea of what some of it will work on. And I'm just softening it. A lot of white here. And again, I'm just looking at the shapes, trying to figure out where the shapes go. Looking at the shapes, softening if I'm not totally sure what I want to do. I can come up here. It's kind of semi-dry and I can make it in trouble, but I think I can handle it. All right, I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna blow dry. At least I have a better idea of where things are at, because I got confused, and that's always a problem, right? Let's find the eyes and the darks around the face. I think this is gonna help us a lot. And I'm gonna kind of put it in gently, because I'll come back through and put it in hard, but I want to know where it's at. Once I know where it's at, suddenly it'll make more sense. I'm hopeful, right? I'm gonna do this and that to make a very dark brown. Let me do a color for the eyes. Okay, he looks really squinty. I'm not sure why he's so squinty, but he's squinty. I don't want hard edges. How am I going to keep hard edges? All right, well, I'm going to put water where I want the white that has all that white there. Here we go. Now, I'm going to squeeze hopefully don't fall all over the place. So let's see how it looks. Just trying to get these darks in. Once I kind of know where they're at, that will help. Now I don't want them to get hot. That's a little wet there, you can see. I'm gonna get a little thicker because I don't want it to go into the eye. It's interesting, this goes this way and that way, and then it goes down and kind of spreads out. There's other presses it can go through, but for the moment, and that goes over here. So let me just soften this area. Now I can see that should have been kind of a dark brown, which is this color. Didn't quite make it, but that's okay. I'm just trying to make sure everything's soft, just so I kind of outlining that so I don't get major trouble. Soften, soften, soften. All right, so I know where the eyes are, which is always a good thing. Trick is to make this not too difficult. It's my goal. I don't know if it's gonna happen, but I'm trying. I'm gonna soften. I wish I'd put water on it. Would have been nice. But now I'm gonna soften because I didn't. Here, I'm gonna do that. Soften now. Let me put some water on it. That crack you up? Kind of cracked me up. I'm easily amused though. Yeah, you really want to put this in with soft edges. It'll make it much nicer. Soften this into that. That's my medium tone. Soften it into the nose. I'm gonna soften it here. Okay, everybody remember, I need to put water in it first. I just keep forgetting. I get excited, you know, and there I am. Now, is it moving? No, I just want it to kind of gently pop and I think I went too far. Can you see it? So I'm just gonna tap it a little bit. I'm gonna squeeze a little bit more. Try again. Put water, put water, put water. Squeeze. And watch, does it explode? If it explodes, squeeze a little bit more. Sure everything's soft. I know this kicks out over here, and I'm just gonna kind of, let's see, look at the shape. I'm looking at the shape. It goes around, and I'm just gonna soften it because I'm not totally sure where this will go. We'll just soften it. Again, when I'm not sure where it's going, and I do want a soft edge here, so let me just kind of tickle it. You know, I actually want a little movement as I'm doing this. So I'm going in and out. And so if it wiggles a little bit, it's okay. Don't hurt anything. I'm gonna soften it. Same reason, because I don't know exactly where the stop point is. Anytime I don't know where the soft point is, I just soften it up and I'll figure it out later. And you can see we're already starting to kind of get that feeling of tiger without even really doing much. Just kind of happens. So you see the mouth, you see the eyes, what's through the other eye, and then we'll start doing details, big shape details. I'm gonna soften this edge because I know it goes someplace, but I don't wanna go over there yet. And so it's just easier if I just soften it a little bit. You can either tap it with a paper towel, say, okay, well, I know that there's gonna be dark, but I'm not really totally sure what we're doing over there. So I'm gonna soften this. Okay, let's soften. So I'm just trying to make sure I know where the eyes are at, right? Okay, and then we have a shape here. But now, because I didn't put water on it, I now have to soften all my edges. Okay, help me remember. Say softer edges, soften edges. I figure I've got a little bit there. Let me come down here and work on the body. And I'm gonna wet this sand down. Okay, I don't want it to move. If it moves too much. Now, on the other side under this is gonna be a dark, but not as dark. I'm not totally sure where I want to go. I'm also going to soften the chinny chin chin of his hair. See, right now it's really a hard edge. How about I use a little water? That always works. I'd rather have a blossom than hard edge. I can come back through and kind of make it more ins and outs, but I'm not just quite ready for that yet. Is this wet? I'm trying to see if it's wet. I don't think it's wet. Okay, gonna get water on it again. I'm gonna blend it in. Kind of give it a little oomph, like, here, these are like feathers, see? Seriously, it's feathers. I wouldn't lie. Right through and just kind of melt it in, and I'm just going to let it, because I'm going to come back through eventually and probably do a little bit more than that, but for the time being I'm just going to let it blend in. Now I can see this hard edge right there. Let me get rid of that. Okay, now, so that's this side. Let's go on this side. I'm going to water it again. This is dark. And it's here. Whoop. Okay, gotta squeeze. I think I got a little too more than I wanted anyway. So we have that shape. And I know it's going to blend in, so that's okay. We're just going to allow it to blend in. We definitely have a little bit more color here. And then there's some movement. And it doesn't really matter because I don't want you to focus here anyway. So yeah, whatever happens, I'm not too excited about this. Much darker right here. Let me come back here and just kind of tap that in. Wow, I'm looking at it. It kind of looks pretty good. Check that out. How fun is that? So let's be a little open and just kind of let things go. Kind of not get it too excited. And I like that hard edge. I may change it later, but for the moment, I think maybe I will soften this area and just shove it here, but leave that as a hard edge. Maybe I'll splash a little right here. Cool. All right. Now, I don't know if I have enough water, but I'm going to try to go just get a little bit of more color here. Definitely darker here. We're missing this. Let me see. I've got a dark area here I need to pop up. It goes, okay, this is dark, right? And then there's a little dark right here. You see it? Kind of melts into that. So I'm just gonna So I say we're already starting to get that feeling of, oh, it's a tiger. Check me out. Let's start over here in this corner. This is basically dark right here. That's pretty easy. So I'm just going to water. I want it to have enough that you can see the top of the ear, otherwise won't see it at all. So let's get a dark. I'm kind of looking at it. I put it in the middle and I'm looking. Now I'm just going to kind of let it spread it out where it wants to. I can aim it. I can look at it and go, oh yeah, okay, that's the way I want you to go. Okay, didn't want to go that way. Now you can see, watch how hard that is. That just is really hard. So I'm going to soften that out. And I'm going to put some water here. That works. That was easy peasy. Easier than I thought. Okay. I probably won't do too much. I may pull out a couple of things. But, you know, I mean, that shows that ear shape. So let's come over here. We're going to do the other one. Now this is, oh, wait a minute. This is white or lighter. So we have to be careful. I don't kind of get in that. So I'm going to get over here and look at the whole thing. Okay, that went too far. Whoops. Abort, that was not what I wanted to do. Pretty dark. Okay, maybe not that dark, but that's a little too dark. Do you see me playing with it, trying to get the right amount of dark? I'm gonna tip it. You watch me, I'm tipping because I can see it's going where I don't want it to go. Now, so I get a nice soft edge here. Let me see. I think I'm going to wind up pulling that out. I kind of lost one of the thing. No big. I'll put just a little light right here. Just soften it up. Is he looking more like a kitty cat? This should be darker here. And so I'm just going to quickly throw it in so I don't get confused. And it's probably a little more grayed down. And I like this shape. This is a good little shape. And it really says what I want it to say. Now, what I don't say is here. So let me, if I can make that shape look better. This shape is a little darker. I'll go ahead and let that move. All right, let's work on the nose. The nose has a lot of detail. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put water all around it, including in the white. I know where the white is now. I can figure that out now. And so now I don't want to get stuff in there, but I do want to know, you know, have a soft edge. The only way I can do that is get a little prettier, brighter. Okay, and I'm watching. How much is it moving? Moving pretty fast. So I gotta do a quick little tap. You know, I don't think that watercolor's hard. People have to actually look and see what's going on. If you pay attention to what's going on, it's very obvious, you know, it's moving. If you're not paying attention, yeah, you get in trouble. This is supposed to be a white spot. It didn't quite make it, but that's okay. And I'm gonna soften it. And I'm gonna soften that. I'm gonna wet it again. You know, where we live, it's just amazingly dry. I cannot believe this. Water again. Squeeze. I have a little, isn't this a cool little shape? Okay, is it gonna blow too much? I think so. So I'm gonna squeeze, I'm gonna get thicker paint a little bit. That will help. I don't wanna do this a million times. I wanna be done if I can, but still have that, I want that shape to show because it was neat. I'm gonna give a couple little things that say, oh yeah, fur. Pay attention, it's fur. I see it. Squeeze. I'm not getting it deep enough. I'm gonna wind up having to do this again, which is too bad, but yeah, that's okay. Whoop. There we go, I got dark enough this time, and now it blossoms good. Okay, stop it. Water. I swear, guys, I'm putting water into it. It just don't want to move. So, and it gets kind of lighter as I'm gonna tap that and use a little more lighter color because it seems to me, there also seems to be, there's almost a little line, and I'm just gonna soften that out. Okay, I stopped getting it wet. Bad idea, bad idea. So let's add some water here. We're gonna go back through here and I'm just gonna put water all over here. Water, 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 water. Okay. Okay, except that, oh well, It kind of went where I didn't want to go, but we're just going to talk about it. Let's go back there, I say. Go back there, I say. When you don't like it, what do? Drop that brush. Seriously. We're just going to leave that alone. Didn't happen. Not what I wanted it to do. So I'm going to come over here and work on this little area. Big squeeze. No moving. So, okay, now it's like I'm moving. I need to at least get a point. Okay, don't just wander around. See, okay, let me tell you what's going on. When I'm not sure where I want to go, okay, and people do this, me also. We go and we're not sure where to go, so what? We start playing around. And really, we don't need to do that. It's not a good thing. Nothing to be proud of. It's like, okay, don't play. I don't like that red. Not sure what to do with that, but I'm going to tone it back down. And, all right, I'm playing. Oh, God, missed my line. This actually looks like his little nose has a almost, what's the word? Kind of a blue tinge right here. Okay, I'm just gonna take that. Okay, I'm gonna start at the bottom and then soften to the top. There's a little line work here too that kind of says, oh yes, my nose is here. Look at that. The darkest dark will be right at where the whitest white is. So I'm going to come that and then just soften it down. I think I might have missed some of these. There appears to be all kinds of little ones. So I'm going to have to fake it. So if you're noticing, I hope you actually watch the video. You're going to see that I've got some areas that I didn't quite get everything where it should be. These little on the edges. See right here? And I'm just gonna kind of tack it in there. There's like ins and outs. Ins and outs. Now that is a really dark. Right here. Really dark. Gonna go for the eyes, man. Going for the darks. Yeah, baby. Soft edge, love that. All right. Okay, what did I do? I immediately went in and got more water, which was not helpful because then I didn't have, it was not helpful. Honest, wouldn't lie. go. See that little area? That shape? Just a shape. I'm going to soften edges, and then I'm going to put darks in as needed. And there's a dark here. Okay, I'd have no water. I'm pretty sure those are like little speckles. So I'm gonna put some. And I really don't care if I got here, there, and everywhere. It's okay. Everything around the eye is hard. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna soften right here so that there's like a shadow under him. And then I think I'm going to put another color. Kind of melt colors in there. It's not just the same color. There we go. Just getting a little, because this really is dark. There appears to just be a grade shading. I'm just going to put that in there. And I'm just going to try to get some little movement so it looks like hair. I'm gonna pull out a couple things. I can see that I wished I hadn't painted on. Look at that. Okay, am I in the ugly stage? I think I am. Bummers. Oops. Did not mean to do that. That was a whoopsie. Just doing a little bit of so that, say, fur. Not everything. I don't need everything, but a little bit. A little bit. Just so it doesn't take much, just a little. I'm gonna get this a little wet. Okay. And I'm gonna put a little just color here. Here where I think I got that too wide. I just want something to go off. I'm just gonna shove something off, and I'm just gonna move just for the fun of it. We don't have to be perfect. It can be fun. I swear it's okay. People think it's a problem, but it really isn't. I'm gonna walk around his eyes more so that we can really see the eyes. Then we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna think about it. I think I should have left that, wore that white. Do you see right there? It should have been white. At least I can't pull it off totally, but I can pull some of it. And that's good enough for me. Doesn't have to be perfect. I just want it a little bit. There's a little curve here. Pupil in. Let's see. So it's very small line there. I'm going to put just a touch of this in the so we have another color in the eyes. I really want to separate this line. See, where's this at? Okay. There's two lines here. Here's this line right here. I'm missing a line there, and that's hurting the way it looks. So this goes here like that. I see something that looks very wrong. See this area? I kept everything hard. It's supposed to be a soft edge, particularly right there. So I'm going to soften that out. And all I'm doing is just shoving it in. Now let me go and get a couple more dark line work here. Last one, there's dots. Dot, dot, dot. Dot, 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 dot. Okay. Put that brush down. You're being crazy. Okay, stop. I'm gonna soften that. I really got too hard. Okay, got that. This time, put water first. Yeah. There is a more in and out, and it kind of walks you through all the way to here. There we go. And I'm going to soften it. I'm going to put this a little brighter. Let's get this dark, 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 and I think this will help. I think that will tie a lot of things together. Just gonna let it kind of blend in. Is I want to, with a little brush, just go ins and outs, ins and outs, ins and outs. Okay. Still moving. Stop that. Try again. just gonna add a little darks here and there. I think I'm about done before I get in trouble. What do you think? Is it time to drop that brush? Am I gonna get in trouble? Maybe if I keep playing, huh? I'm gonna get that. I love that little shape right here, and I'm just gonna make sure that you can see it there. Now I'm just looking for little areas that I could have added a little color here or there. Soften, soften, soften. So you just gotta kind of we're looking for the ones that maybe need to be a little darker. Does it say tiger? Yes? No? What do you guys think? Now I've been using this pretty blue the entire time, and so I'm gonna put that in the background. We'll see if I hate it. Oops, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So let's see what you think. Now I just kind of mixed it with whatever happened to be floating. And I'm gonna actually go ahead and allow some of that just to go straight into it. And just allow it to soft right in. Some of it I was being careful, some I was kind of not being careful, so it depends on what I want you to focus on. Your job is to determine what you think you like better. I'm just going to make it a little darker in a couple places so it's not just, boring. Yeah, I see myself going to get in trouble if I'm not really careful and just do this. I'm just going to go in and out of the... I'm done. Forget in trouble. Hope you enjoyed it. I forgot the whiskers. Shoot. Hang on. Oh yeah, I need whiskers. Whiskers are fun. Now, are they... exact? No, I'm just having a good old time. Whatever happens, happens. Yeah. I got some a little thicker, some a little thin, some crossed. Oh yeah. Okay, I needed that. Forgot the whiskers. Sorry about that. Okay. Was not an easy painting. This required a little bit more work than I expected. I'm going to tell you something. People are much easier than tigers, I swear. People are easier. The shapes are much easier. This was quite an experience. But we learn. I try. I don't do this with, oh yes, I've done it 12 times and now I'm going to do it for you so it comes out perfect. Oh no, it just comes how it comes and I let you see it, good, bad, or ugly. Here's the things I'm going to tell you that I've learned from doing this. Make sure you put water first and then add the line work because you want to have a soft edge and that makes it look better. And I kept forgetting to do it and then I'd have issues. Number 2, I did not like my use of permanent brown. I just looked too gray for me. Speaking of gray, I also think I would have been happier if I'd gone to a purpley red or purple rather than gray. Now, okay, when you're mixing colors, brown and blue, you typically can make a gray color. I didn't really want gray, but there is areas of gray. But I really wanted a more brighter color. If I had used that and stayed in the warm rain, I think I'd be happier. But live and learn. The other thing I'm going to share with you is go bigger. This is one of those, I don't ever do people less than at least a quarter sheet. Only reason I do, why I use the 1/8 sheet, is I can't paint fast enough. It would be much better for you to go to a copy place and get a 11 by 17 inch piece of paper and put it on, and then you can trace it or whatever you need to do to get it on. I have a video that shows you how to trace. Definitely I would go bigger. Not like the fox. The fox was fine because that's a big, those are big shapes. This has lots of little shapes all over the place. Definitely go to a 1/4 sheet, even a 1/2 sheet. I really hope you want to paint with me. In the description below, there will be a link, picture, the drawing, and both value studies. Paint with me. Show me your work at Drop That Brush Facebook. Drop That Brush. Show me your pictures at Drop That Brush Facebook. If you're out there and you're just playing around, there was a couple times I was like, oh, I don't know, man. And you know, I try to be fast. It just, I was having a hard time. And so when I'm not sure, you see me, just drop it. Let it go. It's not that important. It's a piece of paper. Have fun. You have a wonderful week, and I'll see you next week. Bye.